Good morning, everybody. Being able to filter stock prospects down to a 1, 2, 3 rating makes your life a whole lot easier. And we're trying to make this whole lot easier. This whole making trading stocks simple processes should be a lot easier. Hi, my name is Richard Lee. I manage the Stockradar.com.au website for you. We focus on catching breakouts and trends with a high conviction approach managed carefully by our risk management strategy. Stockradar is all about setting processes to control and manage our decision making. All these processes are needed more than ever right now. You can't control the market, but you can control what you do. So make sure you trade your strategy. Okay? It is a tricky market, has been for some months. Its prospects limited as shown by the Stockradar portfolio, which has been at very, very low levels for months now. The temptation is to change your plan, but inevitably sticking to it will always be the best option. Okay, so let's go straight to the markets now and have a look at the Dow Jones. Okay, first off, the Dow Jones is going down. It's pretty clear to see. We've got a little hat on here, which is a typical topping situation. And the similar picture would be for the bottom if it went down like this. We've got stocks at the bottom, and when sellers are in control and buyers come back in. Here we've got the buyers were in control up here. Now all of a sudden we've got the sellers in control. Lower high, lower low. That is a downtrend. High volume, bad momentum. The stock market's going down further. Okay, which we've known for a while because that's how it's been looking. And the Nasdaq's not that similar. It's making lows. It's been in this downward situation for a while. So why should we be surprised as to what happened last night? We really shouldn't be. Okay, commodities, they're all pretty well. Copper and gold are still stuck in these trading ranges. They're really not telling us much, and they're really not doing much at the moment. So there's nothing really for us to tell you there. This tried the high side, got beaten down, tried the low side, is holding. Will it hold? Well, I don't know, but it looks like it probably will. And it may have another go up there, but we'll have to wait and see on that one there. Brent crude, it's holding up very well. Energy stocks are doing okay. It's been a bit volatile lately, but it's holding up okay, and the market's there. XJO, if I look at the XJO, it's still in its range. We've been fairly well supported by our resource sector, which held this market up pretty well. Since August, we've been going down or sideways. We're probably going to test this S1 level down around 7,000 again this week. But we're still in a trading range, so just one day does not make a market, so don't get too shaken out. This may well hold S1, and if it does hold, we may well see a rally come from here. So don't be too don't anticipate too many things in this market. Wait till they happen and respond to the fact of when they happen, as per your trade plan. So we just wait for this one to fall. If it does, then it goes down lower. If it doesn't, then we may well see a rally back to R1. We should never be surprised what the stock market does, so don't forget that. Okay, the Stockradar portfolio is down 4 to 35. Okay, so we've got 32 stock picks of 167 covered and 3 ETFs of 21 covered. So not a lot of action in that portfolio at the moment. These portfolios, so if I just go through the current Stockradar portfolio is down around 32 of 167. We're down around 20%. The conservative portfolio is 5 stocks out of 20, which is about 25%. So both saying, you need a high cash weighting at the moment. And as I said last week, a high cash weighting is good because when the market comes down and we get those signals, it means we can buy more stock than we would be able to if the prices were higher. So that's a good thing. Our Energizer portfolios are pretty well full, as they normally are, because we're always prepared for the upside. The Energizer portfolios are aggressively set to capitalise on uptrends because nobody knows when they will emerge and when we will make, and that's when we make our real money, as we did in the post-COVID rally. During weak markets, they are managed and protected by a stop loss program. Okay, so for the last few months since August, it's been tough, no doubt, but that's what happens in the markets. Okay, so just don't worry too much. Yes, there are down periods, but they're more than compensated by the up periods. So patience is the key with these things. Now there's the ASX 200 sitting there at the moment, little trading range. We don't know whether it's going to break up or down at the moment. We have to wait till we wait and see what's going to happen there. Okay, now what I want to do is first I want to go to some stocks. And I know I said to you before that the resource stocks have done very well. There's been stocks like S32 and stuff that have done incredibly well. But as opposed to the big leaders who have not done so well, in fact, they haven't made a high since the COVID rally. So you can see BHP here, ran straight to that high and pretty good volume. Okay, if I just squeeze this up a bit, you can see there was some pretty good volume there. And then it got to the highs here. Then the selling attack at the highs hit the market pretty quickly. So this didn't follow through. It's come back here. It's now in a 50-50 zone. I could flip a coin and it could be up or down tomorrow just as easily. So there's no real odds saying this is going to be higher tomorrow than it is today. So at a 50-50 toss of the coin, I don't like it. My trend intensity is neutral, which reflects exactly that. It's +1. It's not too sure either. It's neutral. So we're in mid-range at the moment, and it's not really telling us anything. And if I go to Rio Tinto, it's not that much different either. Again, you can see it almost made the highs. It's come back down. It's now right in the middle of that rally at the moment, and middle of the range at the moment, really telling us not much. We've had some quite heavy selling here, which is sort of surprising a little bit. But anyway, we shouldn't be surprised with what the stock market does, should we? I keep telling you that, and it's true. But so Rio's not looking too good. BHP's pretty neutral, and we go to Fortescue, similar situation. Here's the highs, the lower high, and it's also got some selling. No, not so much selling on this one, but it's really a trend intensity is -1, so it's neutral. So there the markets, it's telling us it's neutral. So I respond to my trade plan that says stay neutral, which is what I do. I would love to buy BHP for its cash flow, for its dividend, for everything, but at the moment it's not right, and if I could pick it up cheaper, I possibly will. So we'll just have to wait and see, but those big miners are not really telling us much at the moment. Okay, so now I wanted to talk briefly a bit about the transport sector before. There's one stock that I like here quite a lot, which is Horizon. And now it doesn't just, everyone attaches this to coal, but it doesn't just transport coal, it transports anything, whether it be metals, whatever. So there will be a lot of other things it can transport besides coal. And for the moment, the market's starting to like this stock, especially since August we've been down, the market in general, where this stock has been up. Okay, so we've had a big downtrend here. We've got a big accumulation phase that's occurred through here. We're now getting a slight uptrend phase starting to appear, and we'll get confirmation if it goes through here. So an interesting situation, downtrend, accumulation uptrend, which is the stock cycle. It's now pushing higher. I like a stock when it's doing things against the market. We've got some great volume pushing through here, and momentum is positive. All I need is for this to break just to give me the signal. So Horizon is interesting. Trend intensity rating is 0. It hasn't broken yet. It's obviously going to be down today because the market's tough, but one day does not make a market. We'll just wait and see, because this looks like a very good opportunity and like a buy on weakness trade, which is always a very interesting situation. So Horizon looks very interesting to me. Okay, I mentioned the consumer staple stocks, and I know I've covered these ones the last couple of times, but they are interesting. Endeavour is making new highs. They'll all be back a bit today, but that doesn't matter too much. The stock looks good. It's broken to new highs. It's moving higher. It's an interesting new offering. It's in the pub business, which is quite exciting at the moment. But it's looking quite good. Trend intensity rating is 8. It's well above the average. Volume's okay. It's absorbed a bit of selling here, which is good, and momentum is quite strong. So Endeavour Group looks fine to me. Coles is another one, which I've ranted on about lately. I've just been waiting for this to happen, and I hope nobody's bought this because it hasn't gone through yet. But it does look good. It's holding up pretty well here. All the signs are good. I mean, it's above the average. Momentum's good. We just need this to break higher, and it hasn't done yet, and it's probably not going to do this week. But when it does, be it a week, a month, or 6 months down the track, above this level looks good because it's a big resistance level, and it's highly likely, odds on, to lead to a good rally from here. So it's certainly taking the mantle from Woolworths at the moment, which has been struggling. But Coles is certainly one to watch for the moment. Perhaps not today, but sometime soon. Okay, the other area, of course, is energy, which is now it's done very well. We're full of energy stocks, which has been great. We've bought Ampol recently, which broke to new highs and has been doing very well indeed. We can see down here, there's plenty of demand through here. Momentum is good. It's above the average. It's broken to new highs. Trend intensity rating is 10. Everything is positive. So it's odds on it's going to go higher for the moment. So Ampol looks good. Refining business is notoriously volatile, and the crude business is notoriously volatile. So don't fight signals in this market. When you're told to get out, you get out. Okay, even if we were told to get out from here, I would still get out, because although it hasn't gone on far, I've still got to be protecting myself. If my stop goes off, it means lower prices are going to come, so I've got to make sure I act to protect myself. But for the moment, it's going higher, so I hope it will continue that way. Viva Energy is also in that corner of the market, where it's also made new highs. Okay, new high, and it's moved on pretty well. We have very good volume, momentum has been strong, and the trend intensity rating is 10. So there's really not much to argue about that. Viva Energy, it looks okay to me. Okay, so they're the stocks I want to go through today. Just gives you a bit of a flavour about what I'm liking at the moment, where my exposure is. These stocks have been very, very good to us up till now. Now what I want to go to is trading tactics, which I talked about filtering before. So which stocks? Filtering your stock prospects, an easy guide. So it's not hard to do, it's just a matter of doing it. It's like building a trade plan. But often we come up with a group. I scan the market every night, and you come up with the stock alerts every night, and at the end of the week we ended up with a few prospects. So we might have 5 prospects at the end of the week. Which one do I choose? Well, I rate them in a special way, and we can all do that. It doesn't matter really much how you do it, it's just a matter of doing it. So you've got a process by which to hang your hat on, and as long as it's soundly based, then you're probably going to be okay. So let's just go through the process. So firstly, trading tactics, talking about filtering stocks. So really it's a process of you scan prospects, then you've got one filter, second filter, third filter, so you're filtering out certain stocks to arrive at a number 1, a number 2, and a number 3. Okay, so you have a bunch of scanned prospects. How do you choose? That's easy. Types of controls and limits you might use. So I'm just going to give you an example of a few of the things that I might use or you might use to filter your prospects out. Sectors. Okay, you might already have a lot of resource stocks. You may have a limit on resource stocks, so you might want to filter out resource stocks if you've got too many. Share prices. Some people don't like paying for big share prices. You might want to limit your share price to a maximum of $5 or $10 or $20, but $100 is different. So depending on what you want to do. Price pattern, trend reversal or new high. You can cut your prospects in half by doing that. Trend intensity. Have you got settings for trend intensity? Do you have to qualify on that basis? Market capitalisation size. Are you going to do lower cap stocks or higher cap stocks? Portfolio size. How big is your portfolio going to be? And at what stage do you stop buying? Okay, so by limiting your portfolio, which is what I do, to maybe a 5 stock or a 10 stock, if I'm full at 5 stocks, I can't do anything till one drops out, and then I can add another one. So there are all these different ways of filtering those prospects, not just the scan itself, but the actual prospects that you're left with. And we need to be able to do that to some extent. So Stockradar is process driven, as you know, which nurtures objectivity, which is really important. Especially in days like today when we sort of think, well, the market's crap out, what do I do? I'll get a few emails from people saying, what do I do? Well, you really should know what you should have done quite some time ago. Okay? So for me to answer that question now is a very difficult question because I don't know. Okay, filtering stocks, back to the funnel. So, for an example, with my scanned prospects, I might then go to sector limits, I might then go to trend intensity ratings, I might then go to market capitalisation. This will bring me right down of my 5 prospects, probably down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ratings. Okay, so then I know which stock will be the first stock that I'll buy, second stock or third stock. That's really all it's about. Just filtering your stocks, using your process to do that. It's an important part of detaching and promotes consistency of decision making. Okay, so if I've got 5 prospects, I'm not sort of throwing at a dart saying I'll take this one, I'll take this one, or I like this one, or I like this one, or I don't like that one. That's not the way to do it. Okay. So which stocks? Filtering your prospects, an easy guide. Set your filters and abide by them. Consistency is what we're trying to do. Okay. So that's trading tactics today. Just talking a little bit about filtering. A few stocks today. We have an interesting market today. So we'll see what happens at the end of the week. So to finish off today, the filtering is a great way to rate your stock pick candidates based on your own screen tests, giving you your own unique rated section of stock picks. So you can build your own rated selection of stock picks. Remember, the stock market is a simple place if we let it be. So stay safe, watch your trends, heed your stops, and I'll see you all next week. So thanks for listening.